sea to shining sea.
Marriage is, conservatives are right, and I'm one of them. Marriage is the cornerstone institution of society, and society needs more marriages, not fewer. And here you had this whole population who were omitted, just turned their back on by this social institution, who needed it and wanted to participate, not to undermine. Same-sex marriage, when you get down to it, is a fundamentally conservative movement. It's about gay America coming to the country and say, you know, we tried it the other way. We tried it without family. We tried it with a whole lot of partying. And what we really want, we want family. We want marriage. We want commitment. We want love. That's what conservatives have been telling us for years. And you know what? They were right.
It's not that I object to people getting married. I'm happy to have people get married, but that I think that same-sex marriage as, you know, the be-all and end-all of our politics is a very diminished and narrow vision of a progressive, you know, politics. And I think that the gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender movement was, at the moment of its emergence, actually much more broad-based, and it has narrowed considerably because of this increasing focus on the fight for same-sex marriage.
Of all the amicus briefs that were submitted to the Supreme Court in favor of marriage equality, there were none that were targeted specifically at Justices Scalia and Thomas. But there are no two justices that have been more vocal about their opposition to curtailments of freedom of speech that exist because of limits on campaign finance contributions. So what our amicus brief does is make a very unique case to those justices, talking about the very quantifiable inequalities that exist in states where bans of marriage equality are still in effect. Specifically, how those apply to couples in single income households and their political contributions, who and how much they are able to support candidates that they want to support in election cycles.
We have LGBTQ Christians, LGBTQ Muslims, Hindu, Buddhists, agnostic, atheists. I mean, we all come up with a, define our own beliefs and religious framework for ourselves and how we want to use that to navigate the world. But I think a common value that just really transcends different beliefs is really love, and just really being able to support love and individuals who seek to be married because they're in love.
What we're trying to do at Log Cabin Republicans is make the case for all justices of the Supreme Court to support marriage equality. That includes Justices Scalia and Thomas. While most all of the briefs that have been filed in support of marriage equality are making a similar case about the Equal Protection Clause of the Constitution, and are all basically targeted at one justice, Justice Kennedy, who many, and many rightly feel, could very well be the deciding vote on this when the Supreme Court issues its ultimate opinion. When you're trying to convince the court, you're not trying to get a narrow victory. You're not trying to get a 5-4 decision. You're trying to get a 9-0 decision.
I live in a state in Georgia where there is legal discrimination against me. And, you know, that's not a good feeling. So, you know, if same-sex marriage became legal across the land, of course, that would make me happy. In the same way that I was happy with the DOMA and the Prop 8 decisions. And, you know, I went to a rally downtown to celebrate it. And, you know, I was teary-eyed about it. So it's not like I don't have feelings about these things. But I personally am not going to get married.
I got married in 2010 to the love of my life, Michael. And for someone who grew up assuming that he would live a life of marriagelessness, in which any relationship I could have would be to someone who is a legal stranger, this was an incredible experience. It was like the promise of America made real, and it gave me an anchor in my life that I can't imagine being without. But that marriage in the District of Columbia was not recognized in my home state, which is Virginia. And that recognition didn't happen until a federal court case came along last year. What the Supreme Court may be about to do is say, well, this is going to be a national policy now, so that Michael and I can take our marriage and be married everywhere, not just somewhere, not just here and there.